Now on CoastTV News.
Boats preparing for the summer season, but which area do you have to be aware of? The 4th Street Preserve goal has been reached. What plans the city of Lewes has for the land?
Well, we've been socked into the clouds for most of the day here on Delmarva. I'm tracking an unsettled evening with a threat of some storms. We'll track the storms and when we could hit 90 degrees for the first time this season coming up.
This is CoastTV News at 6.
What looks like deep waters may land your boat on a sandbar. Good evening, I'm Brandon Ferguson. Welcome to Coast TV News at 6. We begin tonight with shallow waters near Fenwick Island. A recent sandbar has gotten worse near Lighthouse Cove, and some boaters are learning the hard way. Coast TV News reporter Kevin Zapay shows us what plans are being done to help solve the issue.
Andy Stack and Ken Ambrose live in South Bethany and loves cruising out into the water and heading down to Ocean City. But a growing sandbar near the Fenwick Island ditch has caused problems for boaters, making it harder for them to cruise by. And while Stack found his way past,
it appeared to be 2 inches of water. And I stayed further over to where I know the green channel markers are, even though they were missing.
Ambrose, not so much.
A neighbor over here, he was stuck. He was trying to pull out another boat that was stuck.
According to Stack, the sandbar has shifted, and certain marks to help boaters sail through the shallow parts are missing.
Could be because of the storms or people hit them more at night. Who knows?
Coast TV spoke with Captain Nicholas Couch, who works for DENREC, and says they plan to take immediate action.
We plan to extend the slow-no wake zone to the north into the Little Asplundh Bay until we can get new buoy set to mark the channel exactly as it should be.
For people looking to take their boat out right now, Gavin Gray, a jet ski guide right next to the sandbar, explains ways you can prevent getting stuck.
Google Maps is a good tool for that. You can go around Google Maps to see the satellite images, and it's a pretty good indicator. If you see like a lighter area in the water that looks like sand, it's probably a sandbar. You want to stay clear of those areas.
Now, although Stack does appreciate DENREC's quick response to this, he hopes to someday see this area dredged and says that would be the safest option for boaters. I'm Kevin Zapay in Selbyville, Coast TV News.
We're now going to take a live look outside into Dover and bring in our first alert meteorologist, Chris Mastrobuono. Chris, it was a cloudy one outside today.
Yeah, you know, we were kind of socked with an easterly flow, kind of a murky look here into Ocean City. We still have humidity, but boy, I'll tell you what, pretty packed there. Looks like a festival going on there, folks taking in the boards. We are at 67 right now in Ocean City, dew point 64, so humidity a little lower than it was yesterday, but we will see plenty of cloud cover through the evening. Then we'll see a few of those storms to our west make their way into our area through the evening. Now, we're still under that severe risk. The green are marginal. The greatest threat to see a severe storm would be the southern eastern shore down through Crisfield and Chickateague. Also, an isolated tornado risk there as well. Now, an active tornado watch on the other side of the bay. That is up through 10. We have a shower here beginning to break out on the other side of the bay. No active watches or warnings here. The active zone is right under this warm front here. That's eventually going to push northward overnight, and I think some of those showers and storms will eventually work their way into the area. We have that isolated severe threat. We're going to be cloudy, muggy with a brief shower tomorrow, and then we'll see more storms into Tuesday before a taste of summer rolls into Delmarva. We'll track the storms and have the latest coming up in that full 7-day forecast. Brandon?
Thank you, Chris. Delaware State Police say Mary O'Brien was the 74-year-old woman who died in a Milton crash on Friday. Here is what DSP says happened. A Ford Bronco passed the stop sign at the intersection into the path of a Sussex County EMS Suburban, which was responding to an emergency with lights and sirens on. The Bronco was hit on its passenger side and spun into a tree. The driver of the Bronco, Mary O'Brien, was taken to the hospital where she later died. The paramedic driving the SUV was brought to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. DSP is asking anybody who witnessed this crash to contact them directly. Milford police are investigating a crash into a Dollar Tree later yesterday afternoon. Police say it happened around 3:30 in the afternoon on a parking lot off of South DuPont Boulevard. For unknown reasons, a gold Hyundai left the roadway and head straight front into a store. This is video from yesterday from the store where it happened. Police say a 97-year-old woman was inside and was hit. She was airlifted into the hospital in critical condition. A 76-year-old woman was also injured by falling debris and later released. The 44-year-old driver was hospitalized, and anyone with information should contact Milford Police. The city of Lewes has reached its $8 million fundraising goal to purchase the 4th Street Preserve 3 months ahead of its deadline. The 30-acre property, a rare forest in the heart of Lewes, will now be restored into a public nature preserve with trails, new plantings, and wetland areas. City leaders say the next phase will focus on site restoration thanks to hundreds of donors, including foundations, the state, and over 1,300 locals. The city will officially acquire the land soon, with plans to remodel it as an urban forest across Delaware. 2 separate housing developments by the same applicant could bring over 250 new homes to Pettyjohn Road. The Sussex County Planning and Zoning Commission held public hearings for both projects. The first, Symphony Glen, with 219 homes over 100 acres. Right next door, a second project, Windscape Farms, could bring 49 homes on 26 acres. Pettyjohn Road is off Shingle Point Road, and these are just 2 of the 5 newer developments in the immediate area. Here's something to keep an eye out for. A 2024 scam is making its way through Sussex County again. The scammers are posing as a Georgetown police officer. Lieutenant Joel Diaz's name is being used in this scam, but there is a way to tell it's fake. Scammers are claiming to be Detective Sergeant Diaz, but Joel Diaz was promoted to lieutenant 3 years ago. We spoke with this lieutenant this week, and he urges people to stay vigilant.
Before they make any decision, they'll call us and just say, hey, does this sound real? Is this legit? And we can instantly say no, because we have some prior knowledge of scams. If we keep putting out the scams, then it just becomes like scam is the buzzword. So the community talks amongst themselves.
That same phone number had a voicemail claiming to be Lieutenant Diaz, is now claiming to be Sergeant Jonathan Moyer with the Lewes Police Department. There's also another scam in Delaware. This one is the DMV. This is what the message looks like. It claims to have an unpaid traffic ticket and offers a link to fix it. But the DMV says it's a trick to try and steal your info. Moving to Rehoboth Beach, lanes on Holland Glade Road between Sandalwood Drive and Hayron Road in Rehoboth will be closed. That's starting June 16th, lasting through July 16th. Crews will be installing new curbs, sidewalks, and pedestrian connections. Now to national news. President Trump is sending 2,000 California National Guard troops after chaos and unrest erupted in Los Angeles over the weekend. Around 300 National Guard troops arrived this morning, staging outside a federal complex that remained quiet and without major protest. The troops dressed in tactical gear and holding guns in front of armored vehicles. This after days of clashes in the streets between hundreds of protesters and federal immigration authorities. The demonstrators fighting back against a series of immigration raids in Los Angeles County. President Trump's deployment marks the first time in 6 decades that a state's National Guard was activated without the request of the governor.
Well, keeping a close eye on those storms to our west, how they behave over the next few hours. We could expect some of those to move into our area. Between about 8 and midnight, it will be another muggy night with some fog. We'll talk about when the sunshine returns and when the temperatures warm up in minutes.
A building collapse kills a teenager in Rhode Island during a graduation party. What investigators are saying about this case next on Coast TV News.
This is Coast TV News at 6.
In Rhode Island, a 15-year-old girl has died and 3 others were rushed to a hospital after a building collapsed. The fire department received multiple 911 calls around 5:30 last night reporting a building collapsed with people trapped under a front concrete stairwell.
The wall came down. There were multiple people injured. That total 4 injuries in total. Unfortunately, there was 1 fatality.
Most of them teenagers. As we mentioned, that 15-year-old girl lost her life, and 2 17-year-olds along with an adult are now in the hospital. An investigation continues into what led to this collapse, but officials say it was taking place during a graduation party.
Well, we're going to keep the shower and storm threat in play through at least midnight, and then we should see things begin to calm down. We'll talk about clouds continuing into our Monday with more storms Tuesday before things heat right back up again when Coast TV News at 6 continues. Well, a hazy, murky look into Ocean City, some fog there, and that's actually helping us. We've been socking the clouds today, and that's kind of limiting the kind of threshold for any type of severe weather on Delmarva. We're at 66 right now in Ocean City, 65-degree dew point. You can see temperatures are generally in the mid to upper 60s along the coast. It's been a rather cool day with that onshore flow. A bit milder away from the coast. We're at 72 in Seaford, 73 in Salisbury, and 67 in Milford. Dew point still in that uncomfortable range. We're generally in the mid to upper 60s, so it's going to be another muggy night. No active watches or warnings on Delmarva. We have the tornado watch on the other side of the bay. That is up through 10 o'clock. You can see that is where most of the shower and thunderstorm activity is occurring. We see one thunderstorm just over the bay here. We'll see how that holds together here over the next hour, but the stable air mass is kind of acting like a shield. Most of the severe weather is occurring along this warm front. This system is going to pass through tonight, and then this cold front is going to give us another threat of showers and storms as we go into the day on Tuesday. Futurecast shows the storms trying to make it into the eastern shore through the latter part of the evening around 9, 10 o'clock. But notice as they advance eastward, they begin to kind of lose their steam as they hit more stable air. Well, but can't rule out a brief downpour at least through about 1, 2 a.m. and then I think we dry out, but we're looking at a cloudy start to Monday with that east wind continuing. So showers and storms early, otherwise another mild, muggy night with fog developing by daybreak tomorrow. We're socking the clouds for most of the day. I think we'll see some breaks in the clouds, even a brief shower, but a better chance of storms comes Tuesday, and then the taste of summer rolls in as sunny skies will prevail by at least midweek. So a cloudy start tomorrow, but I think we'll see a bit more in the way of some sun breaking through those clouds with temperatures in the upper 70s to near 80 in some locations that get the sun. So we'll start off with some fog. Temperatures generally in the lower to mid 70s. Our warm spots, Ocean City 79 and could hit 82 in Chicotee and portions of the eastern shore. But again, a spotty shower is possible, especially across the eastern shore Monday night. But then as we get into Monday night into Tuesday, we'll see that front approach and we'll see a better chance of rain in the Tuesday. And then we see those rain chances drop dramatically and sunshine, blue skies. Now the Storm Prediction Center has a marginal risk in play for Tuesday, primarily a damaging wind threat. So we'll track to see how that evolves into Tuesday. There's the front pushing through quickly, and then skies clear into Wednesday. High pressure builds in, and then we're talking mid to upper 80s Wednesday through Friday, making a run at the first 90-degree temperature of the year. Pretty nice stretch of weather from Wednesday through Friday. Then we turn unsettled once again, unfortunately for the weekend. 84 with the chance of storms, and we'll try to get the showers out in time for the dads on Sunday with a high of 78.
Coming up, Uber for seniors, the popular rideshare company expanding their services. Some people find it tough to get around as they get older. The ride-sharing service Uber is trying to help. It has launched senior accounts designed for older adults. The senior accounts are part of Uber's Family Profiles feature. The app features larger text, fewer buttons, and easy-to-follow directions. Uber says the senior account should make it easier for seniors to book a ride when they need one, and users can easily store frequent destinations like home or the doctor's office for quick access. There may soon be a Publix near you. The grocery chain has announced that it intends to open stores across 9 more states. It currently has locations in 8 states across the Southeast. Publix says it plans on opening more locations in those states as well. Still to come on Coast TV News, a major egg recall is happening across the country. But first, stinging ants are spreading in the U.S. What to look out for to keep you safe. An invasive ant is causing problems across the country. The Asian needle ant has a sting that is sharp and sudden and sometimes dangerous. The ants are increasingly invading backyards and biting gardeners. The ants don't leave trails, so they're hard to find and tracked. And there are reports of people having serious allergic reaction to needle ant stings. There's a major egg recall sparked by salmonella outbreak. The August Egg Company is recalling nearly 2 million cartons of brown eggs after dozens of people became sick across several states, including California, Nevada, and Arizona. The eggs have sell-by dates ranging from March 4th to June 19th and were mostly sold in Safeway and Walmart stores in 9 states. So far, the outbreak has sickened 79 people, with at least 21 who were hospitalized. No deaths have been reported. After the break here on Coast TV News at 6, as we take a live look outside into Ocean City, we have a final check on your forecast. Friday, you can cheer up with a weekly dose of local good news from Coast TV. It's full of features, cool things to do each weekend, and more. You can sign up now for our Feel Good Friday newsletter at coasttv.com/signup.
Well, we're dry across Delmarva, but we are tracking storms back off to the west. Tornado watch in the yellow there across portions of Virginia and Maryland. Severe thunderstorm warning there, but we'll see how that storm holds together. Atmosphere pretty stable on Delmarva, so expecting us to stay pretty dry, but we could see a few of those storms kind of roll into the area between about 10 and midnight. Will kind of wane. Expect more fog, a muggy night with temperatures just falling into the mid-60s tonight. Forecast anytime, get it anytime by dialing that First Alert weather phone, sponsored by Brockstead Mandalas Federico. Your 10-day forecast shows mostly cloudy, dry Monday. Can't rule out a spotty shower in the afternoon. A better chance of storms Tuesday with another cold front pushing through. And then we settle into some dry summer-like temperatures with we're pretty approaching near 90 Thursday and Friday. And then we turn a bit unsettled for Father's Day weekend.
I like to see that 90, Chris. Thank you. And thank you for joining us here for Coast TV News at 6. For more news and local weather, download our Coast TV News app. Be sure to join us tonight at 11. Until then, have a great night.